guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me today for this video. I know I've been MIA for a while and I do apologize about that, but I am back and I'm ready to make some bomb content for you guys. So anyway, today's video is just going to be a chit chat, get ready with me while I do my makeup and basically just kind of catch up with you guys and let you know what's been going on with me for the last 8 months. I apologize in advance if I seem kind of, you know, nervous or quiet, because I actually was very nervous filming this video. It felt like I was filming for the first time all over again. So just bear with me. Once we get through the first video, I know the rest of them will be like nothing's ever changed, like your girl is back. So anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. If you want to see how I got this look and just hang out with me for a little bit, then stay tuned and watch the rest of this video. So let's go ahead and jump right into the face. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and moisturize, and I have been loving the Clinique Dramatically Different moisturizing lotion. So I like to put this on before I prime my face, because I normally have like really dry skin. Next we're gonna go in with primer, and I'm just gonna use the E.L.F. Poreless Putty Primer. Before I left YouTube, this was my favorite primer, and I'm actually still using this primer. If I'm being completely honest, when I got off of YouTube, I just kind of stopped like really trying new products, and I got in kind of a rut, and I was just like repurchasing the same products over and over. But now that I'm back, I know there's so much new stuff out there that I have not tried that I will be trying and, you know, doing some reviews and letting you guys know my thoughts on it. There wasn't like a specific reason like why I got off of YouTube. Like nothing in particular happened or anything like that. I wasn't really prepared for YouTube. I made a lot of mistakes when I first started my channel that ultimately kind of led to my demise, so to speak. The biggest issue that I kept having with YouTube was my equipment. So when I initially started my YouTube journey, I started on my iPhone. That is what I film with, and then eventually I bought a camera. This was my first big mistake. I bought a power shoot camera that was more meant for like vlogging and taking pictures. It was not meant for filming long videos. And one of the obstacles that I ran into was that my camera would shut off while I was filming. And it would take me like hours upon hours just to film one video because it would shut down. I would have to let it cool off for like an hour and then charge it again if the battery died. Like it just was not a good match for what I needed it for. And because I kind of rushed into purchasing my equipment without doing my research, that became like a huge issue for me. Also, my computer, I purchased a Apple Mac computer, the desktop version, and once again I did not do my research and I kind of took the cheap route out, and I bought one that was an older model, and it was not compatible with like the current software that Apple is using. So I would try to download like Final Cut Pro and all these different applications and softwares that I would need for editing, and I wasn't able to because my computer was outdated. So then that caused issues, and then because it was so much older, you could not update the software that was already on it. So I ran into issues with editing, like, you know, lagging and things like that. It was just all around a pain to deal with. And once again, it was because I like rushed into buying my equipment without doing the proper research. So what ended up happening was, over time, I began to get frustrated, and I kind of lost my drive and my love for YouTube because of everything that I was going through with filming and trying to edit and then trying to get content up. It was very difficult, and it made it very hard for me to enjoy YouTube. And I got burned out within the first couple of months of doing the YouTube videos. The other issue was I did not dedicate a space for me to do my YouTube videos. So I was constantly all over my house. Like some days I would film in the living room, some days I was in my room, some days I was in my den. And because I didn't have a space dedicated to filming, that also made it a lot harder having to do a setup every single day, a backdrop every single day, trying to find good lighting in the house. It became exhausting. So really quick for concealer, I'm going to go in with the E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade Deep Chestnut. So yeah, it just became overwhelming. It became exhausting. I started to feel like discouraged. Even though, you know, my channel was picking up traffic and, you know, I was gaining a little bit of an audience, it was just, I wasn't able to enjoy it because I created so many obstacles for myself when I began my YouTube journey. I felt like my channel wasn't going to go anywhere and that I wasn't good enough. And so I kind of gave up on it. And I'm going to be completely honest, this is actually something that I've always struggled with. Giving up when things would get difficult. And after about 2 or 3 months, I really started to miss it because it was really like an outlet for me where I could come and relax and do my makeup and, you know, decompress, because this is what I truly love to do. Like, this has always been consistent in my life, like since I was about 15 or 16 years old. So as the new year started to come in, I made a list of goals that I wanted to reach for the year of 2021. And one of my goals were in March of 2021, I wanted to start back posting on YouTube. I did some research. I started getting all of the equipment that I needed. The camera that I have now is the Canon T7i. I went and got me a new MacBook. I got the 2020 MacBook Pro, the new one that just came out. I took a room in my house and I created like an office space for me to film and edit and to do my makeup. So it's like a vanity room and an office space in one. I looked at everything that was an obstacle for me that kind of held me back or made it difficult for me to film, and decided to change it. So I say all of this to say, you know, if there's something that you are truly passionate about, that you love to do, no matter how hard it gets, don't give up. You know, I was kicking myself in the butt because I felt like, man, just because I didn't have super fancy equipment or a super nice setup, you know, I could have still worked towards getting better stuff without giving up on YouTube. So I do wish sometimes that I would have just pushed through and kept going until I got better equipment to make my filming and recording and editing a lot more easier. But, you know, we can't go back in the past, but we're here now, and I'm just very proud of myself for, you know, getting back up and trying again and not just sitting in the what if. Right before I got off of YouTube, I started a lash business, which is crazy because it actually did really well. Like, we sold out after, I mean, only 2 days after I launched my website and whatnot. And then once we sold out, I just never did restock. I didn't keep going. Like, the same thing with my YouTube. I just kind of gave up, and I shouldn't have. And so I kicked myself in the butt about that too, but we're not going to dwell on the past. It is what it is. The lash line will be coming back. Not sure when, but it's definitely going to be coming back. And when I come back this time, I just want to make sure that I'm prepared and that I am well equipped so that we don't have any more disappearances. So for under the eye, I'm going to use my Dermablend powder. It's the loose setting powder, and this is in the shade Cool Beige. Now this is actually a lot lighter than what I thought it was going to be. It was supposed to be like a banana shade, but I guess I had misread it when I ordered it. But I still know how to make it work. It just gives me a very bright under eye. And now we're just going to go ahead and set the rest of the face. This is the Black Opal Soft Velvet Finishing Powder in the shade Dark. When I got off of YouTube, and it wasn't intentional. I didn't just wake up one day and decide, man, I just don't want to do this anymore. It just kind of started with me procrastinating first, and then the procrastination just kind of eventually led to me just like not posting. And then I stopped posting on my Instagram, because you guys know I was doing the Instagram videos, pictures. I was doing Facebook Live videos like 3 times a week. I was doing a little bit of everything. I think that was also an issue as well, trying to be on every single platform at one time, and I think that was just a bit much, and I should have just kind of gradually worked my way towards it instead of trying to jump on all 3 platforms like at one time. Another thing too is that I was not organized. I was not consistent at all, and I think having a schedule will make a huge difference in how you're able to stay disciplined. I went and bought a planner, and I went and bought a journal, and I actually physically wrote down a schedule that I'm trying out to see if it kind of works with my day-to-day, and as far as like how often I want to upload per week. So we're just testing that out, trying to see how that goes. But my goal is to try to upload 2 times a week. I want to just kind of baby step my way into it first. I don't want to just hop right back into it and kind of overwhelm myself. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker in the shade Mocha Mommy. These are my favorite bronzers now. I have the Mocha Mommy, and then I also like to mix it a little bit with Cocoa Naughty, because the Mocha Mommy is like really, really red, and I don't want it to be like too intense. So I'll actually put them side by side so that you can see them. So this is the Mocha Mommy, and then this one is the Cocoa Naughty, and I just mix those together and then apply that right under my cheeks. And then I also like to use this to kind of bronze my nose a little bit, or contour my nose. So I'm gonna switch brushes really quick. This is the Morphe M433 brush. This is just like a blending brush, and I'm just gonna take more of that Cocoa Naughty and then just blend that out in my crease. And I think I want to put a little something on the lid. This is the E.L.F. Bite Size eyeshadow, and this is the Pumpkin Pie Quad. I know you guys remember these from a while back, but those have some really pretty browns in there that I want to put on my lid. So I'm going to, I actually think I'm going to take this shimmery shade right here on the end. They don't have names on them, but I'm going to take this one and I'm going to apply that to my lid. So eyes are done, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw on a little bit of liner, and this is just the E.L.F. liner in the shade Jet Black. Alright, so now I'm just going to take the Believe Beauty High Definition Skinny Mascara and just kind of coat my lashes just a little bit. Y'all know I cannot stand to have like fallout in my lashes, because I personally feel like you can see it underneath the lashes, and I just don't like how that looks. So we're just going to coat the lashes really quick, and then we're gonna pop on some falsies. All right, so we are back. We have the lashes on, and next I'm gonna go ahead and just fill in my eyebrows really quickly. I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Ultra Slim Brow Pencil. So next we are gonna get some blush and pop that on the cheeks. It's the Get Glowing Highlight and Contour Palette, but clearly first of all, where is the contour shade? Where is the contour shade? This is a blush and these are highlights. I mean, there's not a contour shade in here. But I'm just gonna take that middle shade and pop that on my cheeks for blush. You know, it's so funny because on the back of this, it actually says like medium/deep, and I'm just like, where? For who? No, this is not, this ain't that. This is not that, like, at all. Alright, so the face is set, and now we're gonna move right along to lips. So I'm just gonna wipe off this chapstick. I'm gonna be using Juvia's Place today for my lip products. This is the Juvia's Place Luxe Liner in the shade Cola. Now, the only downside to this for me is that I don't like how thick that the liner stick is. I wish it was like a little bit thinner, and I don't like that I can't sharpen it to get it very precise because I like a very blunt line on my lips. And like the color is great, the product itself is great, but it feels like I have like a, I don't know, like a children's marker or something, and I'm lining my lips with it. It doesn't feel like a lip pencil. And it takes a minute to like get my lip liner the way that I like it. But aside from that, I like the product itself. I just don't like the packaging, basically. And next, I'm gonna go in with the Juvia's Place lipstick. This is the shade Muted, and then this is the shade Lady. Muted is a little bit on the cooler side, whereas Lady is a little bit on the warmer side. I think I'm gonna go in with Lady and skip Muted this go around, and we're gonna pop her on in the center of the lips. Alright, you guys, so that is going to be pretty much it for today's video. I also just want to say thank you to all of the people who follow me, who enjoyed my content. A lot of you guys did reach out to me when you started noticing that I had like stopped posting, and so many of you guys were checking on me to see if everything was okay, and you guys were really encouraging and trying to like motivate me to get back out there and to not give up. So thank you to all of my loyal followers and subscribers. I know I only have a small following, but it still means a lot to me. So thank you so much to you guys. I'm happy to be back, and I can't wait to put out more content for you guys. And I apologize if this video was kind of awkward or maybe a little bit choppy, and then we also had the light malfunction, but you know, it's gonna get better. It's gonna be great. I mean, this alone is a huge improvement to my channel, just the equipment alone. Thank you again for joining me in today's video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next upload. Bye.